In government Monday night, the Planning Board met with only one item on their agenda. Representatives for applicant David Spiegel went before the board with a major project special permit request for motor vehicle lot storage on Carnegie Row. After a brief discussion, the motion was made to give a one-year special permit extension for the applicants. Following the public hearing, the board went into executive session for ongoing litigation for 940 to 958 Boston Providence Highway and 750 Everett Street. The board came out of the executive session to give a few updates from the planning department. The next planning board meeting will be December 21st. At the Board of Selectmen meeting Tuesday night, the board had a discussion regarding the gravel operation located at 973 University Avenue, which was the main topic of discussion at the November 17th ZBA meeting. The property owner was given a cease and desist order by the building department after operating under a permit that has been 5 years expired.
I know government moved slowly, but I'm also concerned that he's staying those 1 or 2 steps ahead of us, Council, that by the time we get to where we think we need to be, he will have completed everything that he has wanted to do without the necessary permits in place, because that's what he wants to do, or because he thinks he has a right to do it, whatever the reason. So if we've known about the ongoing work or newly discovered ongoing work in violation of anything, and there's already an existing cease and desist, I would ask the question, why aren't we moving quicker on the next step of enforcement to prevent him from just doing whatever he wants?
That expired in January of 2015.
It was a 2-year permit.
So the way that things used to work in the building department was that when a permit expired, the building inspector immediately went and made the permit holding person aware of it. And if they didn't get another permit, then the building inspector immediately took the person, the entity, the business entity, to court. And in most cases, at court, daily fines were imposed on the violator.
After voting to send a letter to the zoning board, the selectmen moved on to their 7:30 appointment with Tim McDonough and Bob Thornton of the Assessors Department to discuss and set next year's fiscal tax rate. After a detailed presentation by McDonough and Thornton, the board unanimously decided to set a 1.71% CIP shift. This means there is about a 3.5% increase on residential tax bills from last year and about a 3.5% increase on commercial tax bills. The Norwood Airport Commission met for a little under an hour Wednesday afternoon after a brief AIP project update and airport manager's report. Discussion ensued on Flight Level's request to create painted parking spots and Boston Executive Helicopter's 2 submitted lease proposals. Mr. Sheehan did not feel comfortable agreeing to the presented terms of the lease and urged BEH to make necessary revisions and present to the board at the next public meeting for approval next month. The board closed the meeting with a quick note on the previous lawsuits involving the Commission and Boston Executive Helicopter.
I quote Judge Stern's decision. The court will not consider the allegation. I think for those of us that were here at the time and listened to a lot of those retaliation, false claims, I think it's vindication for all of us that in this matter we've always done the right thing, and it's now been confirmed by 2 federal authorities, the FHA and the federal court. So I'm happy to report that.
The Airport Commission will meet again after the new year. Wednesday night, the Community Preservation Committee met and began their meeting by introducing their newest member, Catherine Walsh. Walsh is also the newest member of the Conservation Commission. Following the introduction, the committee briefly reviewed the CPA applications for FY22. The projects included the fire bell removal, Hawes Walking Path, University Ave Trail Study, Winter Street Hill Overlook, and interpretive signage for historic landmarks and locations. To end the meeting, the committee discussed planning for the Winter Town meeting, which has yet to be scheduled. The next meeting for the CPC will be January 13th. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government Channel or watch it on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.